Okay. Hello. Ism- Okay then, where were we? Okay, as much as I don't like having the live 2D model on, not having that running is giving us a much better frame rate. Yeah, we actually have 60 frames instead of 30. Get some comfrey. Oh yeah, gotta remember we can actually start putting stuff on the horse now for carry capacity. So we need to go all the way up to here. Let's quote unquote fast travel to Talmberg. That way it's a little bit easier to get there from the road. Oh, we might actually still make it to the other place before nightfall, depending on how lucky we are. I forgot the name of the other place we're actually going to. It's like the one place I never bother going to. Once this quest is over, the only real reason to go there, I think, is getting Belladonna out the field. Oh yeah, we haven't been yet, so we don't actually have the label.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just in the urge to pick flowers as much as possible because we have a decent amount. Okay, so as weird as it is, that this is the correct path to take. Should veer off right in a moment. Perfect. Before I go into town, we can speaking of herbs, not very far to be honest. I've only been doing it for like 4 streams worth, so we've barely got anywhere. I think it's this wall I'm aiming for to get the belladonna, if I remember right. Yeah, we've just done the we're in the middle of the whole murder at the stables thing. So we're just tracking down Gimpy Lumish or whatever his name was, the limpy man that is extremely extremely well looked after. It's decent pro. I mean, it's not massive. I've not been rushing the game in any way, but I've not been going slow. I've not been doing any like side quests really. Ah, here we go, the wonderful place. Poison ingredient. Go on, Henry. Who needs to look after murders when we can pick some flowers? Yeah, I think I've played through at least a good couple of times. It's the reason why I've got mods on for this one. Just to like make it a bit smoother sailing for streaming and not quite last so long. Especially when it comes to grinding combat. Because, good lord, I don't want to be spending like 10 hours just grinding the ability to be able to hit someone in the face with a sword. What are we up to? Yeah, 29's not a lot, but it's enough for now. Come on, Pebblers.
Yeah.
We've got a mildly flayed man to talk to. And by talk to, I mean Gorpat. You don't want to jump it, then I'll just... run over and make you teleport.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Reading and Writing Man, I want to talk to you now, but if I do, we'll end up failing this quest. So, if I remember right, Mr. Limpy Man is up in one of the buildings up here. I think. Yes. That's one right there. You can tell because of the giant crowd gawping at the dead body. Oh, not, it's not Gimpy, it's Limpy. 'Cause, 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 'c My clothes are so clean.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
I mean, there kind of is, really.
So I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
I think he's probably seen better days.
Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Why did he limp? Probably because he had a bit of a naff leg.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now, and nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Another
Have we got everything about that? Yes, we have. Right. Now, brain, time to activate. Do some memory things. He's related to the butcher, I think it was.
Hey, who's that? God be with you, good sir.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just hallucinating. That's wonderful.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre.
Welcome in, Gabriel.
And now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed this game.
noticed anything
I don't know the
suspicious?
history,
Come to think
but
of it, he was in church yesterday.
I enjoyed the game. I
He was
enjoyed the
even talking
setting.
to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhoff was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
That's all. Thank you.
I am highly tempted to go back to somewhere with a... Yeah, most likely... Oh, what... Very tempted to go back down to Rattay and make a hair of the dog potion. Because I remember getting... I remember what happens after we talk to the priest. We get absolutely hammered, and then we have to talk and pass skill checks whilst completely drunk. And a couple of times I've played it, I've failed because I passed out and fell asleep for 2 days because we got so drunk. Oh no, but if we do that, we're going to lose a load of time, so that I don't know if that's going to work. Oh no. I don't think there's a herbalist place up here either. There is a witch's hut here, I think, if I remember right. Yeah, I think this game got into worldwide sales because it's done really well. You know, even if you don't know the history of the country, or you don't really know the times, it's a really good RPG game that it's just fun to play. It's got good mechanics. It's a bit challenging. You know, it's not as easy as, I mean, let's face it, things like Skyrim on the hardest difficulty are still simple. Whereas this, the combat can kill you even if you know what you're doing. Just a couple of misclicks and you're gone. So I like the fact that it's a little bit challenging, but not quite Dark Souls level of challenging. You know, if you're sensible with this game, you can win. Yeah, and it just helped that the dev, at least from what I can see, are really passionate about the whole, about the game as a whole. So, yeah, I'm not surprised it sort of got worldwide attention with it, and I just hope that the devs can. I mean, I don't know if they're working on anything else, but I look forward to it if they do bring something else out and it's got the same level of quality as this. Please let my memory be right. Oh, they're going to do another one. Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to that then. If I remember right, there's a... Yes, there is an alchemy table in here. Wonderful. Let me just double check my list of recipes and see if I can find the one that we need. Because we might have to buy some potion ingredients from her. Hair with a dog. The mint, St. John's wort and sage. Do we have mint? We've got St. John's wort, we don't have sage, and we don't have mint on us. We dumped everything away. Please tell me that you...
Good God, what happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it.
Sorry, I've just been investigating a murder. It's not my fault. Well, I could just be lazy and buy one, but let's. You know what? Just buy. We've got enough money. Ooh, only one sage. Luckily, we only need one sage for the potion. Oh, thanks for the follow, Gabriel.
Let's have a word about the price.
All right, so... All right, so...
I'm not doing anything. I'm just doing alchemy. Don't mind me. Right, so we need water. We need the mint, St. John's wort, and sage. So mint, sage, and St. John's wort. So St. John's wort and sage needs to be boiled. And it is one of each. So on St. John's wort. On sage. Boil that for 3 turns. And in the meantime, we've got some mint to grind. That's 2. That's the last one. Find the mint. Mint goes in, and I think that is it. Please be here with the dog. Yay! And now we can go and get absolutely hammered with the priest.
Yeah.
The main thing I want to do is get to the point where the quests stop being time constrained. Because at least I think for the next 2 or 3 of them, we have a time limit. Otherwise, people start getting killed, and we lose. We lose access to people to find out who did the raid.
Yeah.
There's also the reason why we can't yet take on the quest here to learn how to read. Because naturally that takes more than a couple of days.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
A bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That is one thing I like about this. It really does have a good community around it. I mean, there's a good deal of mods, just in general. And a lot of the mods, I mean, one of the main ones that I'm using is an addition to some of the perk trees. And there's at least, I think, 10 different translations of the mod. Of like, yeah, there's German, there's French, there's Czech, there's... I think there's a Russian one, there's... Obviously, we get the regular translated ones English anyway. But there's a bunch of languages. I'm like, people didn't have to do this, but obviously there's a lot of people enjoying this game from everywhere. And naturally, looking at the mods and seeing the amount of people that have put in translations of some of the major mods, it's really impressive.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately,
It's nice that they've actually sort of added in
I'd like to help you with your
a check the voice
investigation,
acting thing for the game.
but
I mean,
can't.
What?
obviously being English,
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me
I
to
like,
tell you.
you know,
That
they've
was more
done a
important
decent
than
job with the
catching
voice
dangerous
acting.
murderers.
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son, and one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
Oh, this is a tough one. We've got just the same level of
But
speech as
Lubosh
he
is
has.
dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
All right, I agree. I'll probably serve God better by saving a few innocent lambs than by keeping quiet, especially if nobody finds out about it.
Trust me.
Lubosh came to me shortly after everything that happened.
Wait,
His conscience was gnawing at him. I must say, I never expected.
does
it
this
of him.
skip the entire quest
He
line?
turned
Because
out
I
to
had
be a bad
slightly
man,
better
it seemed. He said
talking
some
than
crony
normal.
of theirs hired them. First, they thought they were going to steal horses. Then it all got out of hand and people started dying. He and his gang didn't want any part of that. They quarreled with the others and ran off.
Quarrel. A corpse was found in the woods by Neuhof.
Well, that would explain something. Lubosh kept blabbering on that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know Lubosh killed one of the murderers, and now he's dead too. Only I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Just nicknames. But maybe that'll help. He mentioned some fellows called Riki from Ledechko, Pius and Timmy.
Nothing more.
No.
I suppose it'll have to do. I reckon I'll go and have a look around Ledechko first. Thank you, Father. And don't worry,
I enjoyed the bit of confusion.
I won't tell anyone.
Thanks for popping in. Thanks for that follow. And hope you have a good rest of the day.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father.
I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practice with a stick. A reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden. I have to deal with a local witch.
A witch?
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Ujet's women to witchery.
A little bird told you, did it?
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's eye and not the beam in their own.
In other words, someone's been gossiping. And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep, then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
I love that he's talking to me, person who does herbalism.
What do you want me to do?
I literally went and just
I want
talked to the
you
witch to
go
buy
and
some
see her
herbs from her and make a
find
potion.
out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
Consider it done.
Good. And never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude, the old herb woman, in the woods. Good luck to you.
I'm really quite surprised. Every other time I've played this, I've had to go through a massive quest line of getting pissed with this man. And then giving a speech on his behalf because he's too drunk. And then he blurts all the stuff out. But because I had just enough speech, it's kind of skipped that entire thing. Which is a shame, because we got to run around the field with sheep whilst we were drunk, and I mean that's always fun. But that has actually thrown me now, because I was fully expecting to have to spend most of today doing that quest, getting drunk and having sex with ladies of the night. I guess we're going to track down Riki first. The road down and around, cross the bridge. Actually, whilst we're here, There's another side quest that involves going to like 3 different places.
Wait! I need to talk to you. Hey! Wait a moment! You're the young fellow who came here from Skalitz half dead, aren't you?
Yes, that'll be me. Why?
The lady of the castle was asking after you.
Ah, yeah, this is exactly what I was expecting.
I'll go and see her then. Thank you.
Very well. Don't make her wait. I'll be with you.
Yep, that was the quest I was after. Now, to work out which room she's in, also, nom 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 nom. Thank you. Now where will she be is the question. Because whilst we're here, we could also always have a chat with Sir Robert.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Oh, why do you have an echo?
I have some trophies.
Show me. They deserved it, the bastards.
Can you teach me how to defend myself?
Certainly.
Okay,
Well,
so we can't learn
think
that
it over.
one because we've already done the basic training.
I'd like to get better at
We
fighting.
can do the mace one, we haven't done that yet.
I'd like
Beginner.
to practice the basics.
All right. Now.
I'd like to improve my...
Certainly.
Okay, we
Well,
can't do another one
I'll-
yet. Okay, where in the world is Stephanie? I mean, she normally sits down here. Wonder if she's in the chapel. She is.
God save. Can I help you with anything?
I heard you wanted to talk to me, my lady.
It's true. I need something from you.
How can I help?
My cousin, young Sophie, is going to be wed. It will be an entry into a new life, and I want everything to be perfect for her. I'm looking for a few things to give her as a gift, and you're going to find them for me.
My lady, why me?
Normally I'd let the Chamberlain take care of it, but he doesn't have any taste. I can't trust him with this.
But you can trust
And
me, who you've known
I've been
for one
told
day.
no task is too challenging for you. Is that not true?
It will be my honor, my lady.
I need you to pick up an ornamental crown from Sasau for Sophie, wine from a merchant in Ratai, and a roan from the stable in Ujitz.
Who am I supposed to pick up the wine from?
From Conrad Hagen in Ratai. He's the only person in the whole region who can supply a genuinely good wine. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about. Here you go. That should be enough.
And the ornamental crown?
I had the engravers in Sasau make it, but now they've written to say it will take a while longer. That just won't do. The wedding is almost upon us, and I need it. Go and see Master Jeronim Slesky and pick it up.
You said a roan from Ujitz.
Precisely. It's a beautiful animal. Wait till you see it. Dietrich said he'd ride it here himself, but I can already imagine how he'll end up killing himself on that horse. But you, so young and vigorous.
Wine, a roan, and a crown. I can handle that.
Thank you, Henry. I just wish there were others here I could trust so well. Take care.
Let's have a chat to Sir Divish.
What do you need?
God save, my lord. I hope things are peaceful in your fiefdom.
Peace? Peace is rare in these times. But right now I'm more troubled by politics than warfare.
What's wrong?
The monastery stalled the purchase of stone and everything connected to the building project. And now I find out it's because of the quality of the stone blocks, or so they say. I don't believe a word of it. It looks like profiteering to me.
What do they say is wrong with the stone?
Supposedly there was an accident when one of the stone blocks broke loose, fell, and killed someone. But the quarrymaster swears by all the saints it is impossible. He says he sends only the best stone, and I believe him. He's reliable and an experienced quarryman.
Profiteering? What's the monastery trying to accomplish?
To lower the price. What else? We've already given them a fair price, and they still delay with payment. Or worse.
Worse? You mean they'll stop paying completely?
You could put it that way. They're looking for an excuse to back out of the contract and find another quarry where they'll be able to secure a more favorable deal.
And is anyone dealing with the problem?
Well, my chamberlain is in charge of it, as always. But all he's done is send them a letter. He says putting more pressure on the monastery could provoke them. Those are his words.
So there's nothing else that can be done?
I don't know. I've been thinking about taking a more direct approach. But I expect the chamberlain won't even hear of it. He'll just keep on sending them polite letters and hoping that does the trick.
I could help with this.
Do you think this is a job for you? You aren't even in my service.
I do serve Sir Radzig. He knows he can rely on me when he needs me, and I've never let him down.
This is true. So do you want to go to Sasau and ask about the stone?
Yes, I'll do it.
Good. I'd like you to ask about the stone and keep your ears open. See if they aren't talking about another quarry.
I'll do my best. Hopefully they'll talk to me.
They will. You ride in my name, so don't forget to remind them of it. Farewell.
Okay, that's a couple of extra little quests we can do whilst we're walking around. But for now, that's a lie, the horse can get here. Okay then.
Yeah.
It was down this one. It'd be nice to get the Ledechko fast travel point whilst we're going as well. Am I on the right side of the river? No, I am not.
Yeah.
I'd like to get there before night time as well, and that way cut down on the chance of an ambush in the middle of the forest. Let's see, where are we? We're going to get out of the forest down here. We need to go sort of southwest.
Yeah.
No, there's a hedge. My one weakness.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of marigolds there. Are we on the right track? Not quite.
Yeah.
I remember that noise. There's a water wheel clapper thing somewhere around here, isn't there? I don't think it's the one that we need for part of the quest later.
Yeah.
I remember at one point we get given a bunch of instructions, Morrowind style, of go down this road. Then listen out for the sound of this. Then take a left. Then take 4 rights and a triangle. And then jump up and down on one leg, and then you will find the man you're looking for. Right, fast travel point. That is what I wanted.
God be with you.
I'm looking for a fellow called Riki. Do you know him?
You mean Hinnick? He's the tanner's son, isn't he?
Any idea where I could find him?
I don't know. Try at his folks' house, but he doesn't spend much time there.
Why do they call Hinek Riki anyway?
Because he stinks.
He's a tanner, isn't he? If you're ever downwind of him, you'll understand. Tanning isn't a trade for the weak of stomach.
True enough, but not every courier gets cursed with a name like that.
Well, Hinek's nature's no sweeter than his smell. Good luck to you.
Actually, I am going to talk through all the options
So you know this Hinek?
because of that reason.
tell me
Get the
something about
speech
him?
experience.
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why's that?
No one with a nose likes spending too much time around tanners. And that Riki keeps bad company. I've never heard a good word said about him.
What can you tell me about the old courier?
He's as cantankerous as a hog in a thorn bush. He won't talk to anyone.
Why has he got such a bad name?
Well, like his old man, he doesn't talk much to anyone. And then he's always skulking off somewhere. I heard he got a taste of the pillory in Ratai for thieving. And in Neuhof, he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies, and they beat up some merchants.
So a bit more than high spirits.
Just so. We're all honest folk here, and we've no use for the likes of him.
Don't tell me there's not a single person. who
Oh,
trusts him.
another level of
He's been seen
speech.
around with one of the
It was
Baptist
definitely worth
witches,
re-talking to
Adela, I
this guy.
believe she's called. Good luck to you.
Also got a perk point to spend. The merchants are more willing to buy stolen property. Don't really care. We have the fences for that. High reputation for talking to women, +1 speech bonus. Also avail the bath wench services for free, which might be good in terms of getting clean. You know what? Let's go with Troubadour. Let's go with the antlers for hunting. I've seen more deer than I have boar. I'm not going to get any more of that for now. We have a level of strength to get. Ooh, what do we want? Go with the Clinch Master. That seems useful, especially when it comes to tournaments. Scout 2 would also possibly be pretty good. Yeah, I'll take Scout number 2. And that gives us more chance to evade stuff if we get caught on the road in ambushes and stuff when we're doing fast traveling. Right, and it seems that I got mixed up with the last leg of this, thinking that we needed to talk to the Tanner's son with the last bit. We didn't need to. That's this part. So I think if I remember right as well, he has something to do with this innkeeper.
Good day to you.
I would like a full-on place to sleep forever.
Room here. For how long?
How about if I pay you for several nights?
All right. Money up front, though.
No, not
too
worth.
Suit
Not
yourself.
too much. Too much to do at the moment.
Good luck to you.
I will be back because I do remember the fact that we have to talk to him. I think once we've spoken to Riki's dad, we find out that he's been doing poaching. I think it was, and selling the stuff that he poached to the innkeeper. And then the innkeeper tells us where to find Riki because he's out hiding out. And he knows the hidey spot. Which I think, like we can with some other ones. Oh, I'm so sorry. We have a light out after dark. I mean, you got a little lantern. That lantern is terrible. You couldn't see anything. Right, so Tana is here. Yep. Nothing at all. Nothing's happening here at all.
Who are you? The treasure.
What kind of a stance is that?
Hey! Ow!
Enough!
I wanted to talk to you. Right here.
What are you doing? Good day to you. What do you need?
I'm looking for your son. Any idea where he might be?
I don't know nothing.
Don't you at least know where he usually goes? It's important.
Hynek shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick, and Harry?
Yeah, I think we can
Your son is
definitely
about to go into deep shit. I'm trying to
use
find him
this.
so
We've
I
got
can
like
warn
double
him.
his speech.
That's nothing new. He's always up to his ears in it.
But this time his neck's on the block. He got mixed up with some very dangerous people. I have to find him.
All right. He was here a few days ago, but he left right away. He looked like he was in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went?
I've got an idea, but I don't know where it is exactly.
I don't follow.
Hynek makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing. Thank you. Don't you have any clue at all?
I really don't know.
How's that?
Because every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
He had money because...
I suppose. He never kept...
Do you know who he sold it to?
No. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him coin. Of course, it could have been for me.
All right. I'll ask at the inn then.
Go. And if he's really in as much shit as you say, please try and find him.
I will do that.
The stump of that elm you chopped down. You're going to dig it out then?
I already did. I want to build a shed there.
But you only cut that tree down last autumn. It can't have rotted down enough yet.
No, but I cut off the top roots at the time.
So you did half the job at least.
If only. It took me 2 bloody days to dig it out.
Actually having a conversation. Now we can talk to you, and you'll talk to us back.
I want to ask about the courier's son, Hinek.
But ask someone else. We've nothing to do with Riki. He'd only drive my customers away.
Really? I heard a different story. I heard the two of you do business together.
Who are you, anyway?
A friend of Hinek's. He's gone missing and I need to find him.
I don't know where he is. But if you find the bastard, tell him he still owes me some goods.
I don't give a damn what deals you've been doing together. I won't tell anyone. I just need to know where Riki is. It's urgent.
What have our deals got to do with where he disappeared to?
More than you think. It's likely Riki is hiding out at his poaching lair. And believe me, it wasn't hard to find out who was buying game from him, and it's even easier to go to the castle and tell them. Poaching's a crime, after all.
All right. But give me your word of honor you won't tell anyone about our deal.
You have my word.
Fine. So, what do you want to know?
I hear Hinek has a hideout in the woods he uses for hunting game. Do you know where it is?
Not exactly. That is... I don't know where it is at all. But I happen to know it's a dark place. A cave or an old mine shaft.
How do you know that?
Whenever Riki was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil. He brought the game skinned and gutted, so he had to have a light for that.
How much game did he bring you?
Not much, a few pieces. There's no great demand here. Sometimes the gentry has something, otherwise it ends up in sausages.
And do you know of any mine shafts nearby?
There's a few of them around. There's one on the opposite bank, a short way off the path leading from the forge to the west. Then there's a mine gallery to the east of the village, up in the woods above the cliffs. And I heard there's one shaft on the headland close to the water.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Watch you don't break your neck, though. It's rough ground, and you could easily fall down a shaft. I'll be with you.
Okay, and then the next one is walk to... Girl from the bathhouse.
What? Show yourself. What's that?
Hey, you there. Are you going to hang around here gaping
Good
like
evening.
a stuffed squirrel all day and night? If you can't pay for a bath, clear off.
What can you tell me about this Hinek?
What can I tell you? No, he's none too popular. No one cares to talk to him.
Why not?
Well, I'm not one to gossip, but I heard he keeps bad company. Goodbye.
I don't think you're the right one.
Huh?
Get out of my way!
What in the...
Ah, is it you?
Jesus Christ. Your clothes. Were you assaulted? Damn bandits. May they burn in hell.
I heard you've been seeing Hinek, the tanner's son.
So what? Come to preach at me, have you? That I'm a loose woman? A sinner? That I seduce decent men?
God, no, nothing like that. It's just that you're the only one in the village who sees Hinek, so I came to ask you about him.
I've seen him often enough. I don't know what I could tell you about him.
When did you last see him?
A few days ago. He came to me late in the evening, drunk.
And that was unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came to me sober.
So he was acting strangely that evening?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He kept prattling on and didn't seem to care about you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't seen him since.
Where can I find Hinek?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have run off to the woods again.
Does he do that often?
From time to time.
What the hell does he get up to there?
I don't know.
Hinnek's my friend, and I really need to know where he is and what he's doing.
But I already told you I don't know where he's got to.
So I suppose he just goes to the woods to pick mushrooms, does he?
Mushrooms? No. More like hares or other game.
So Hinnek is a poacher? That's no surprise.
Well, he was never much of one for an honest trade.
Do you know exactly where he goes? Maybe he has some favourite spot he might have told you about?
He said he has some hideout in the woods, but he didn't tell me where.
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Oh, I'm not sure. He went on about some fellow called Lubosh who died. That he was regretting he ever got into it, but he never said what it was. And that it wasn't worth it for the money. Aye, and then he was talking about the money. That was very odd.
What did he say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of it hidden behind his house.
I see. What did you say to that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me and we could get married and such. Oh, just poppycock.
Did you go there for a look?
No, I've got better things to do. Obviously he made it up. Where would a layabout like him get so much coin?
Yes, I understand. Did he tell you exactly where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his father's small holding, in the western corner.
All right, thank you. I found out that Hinnek goes poaching in the woods and he's got a hideout there. What do you know about it? Don't worry. Hinnek has much bigger problems than being caught poaching. And you're not involved in it anyway, are you?
No, I'm not. It's true he used to go hunting in the woods sometimes. When he came back, he'd usually come to me. That's all.
How did you know he'd been to the woods?
He always talked about what he caught, and he never came to me at other times. Probably didn't have the money for it.
Do you know what route he took? At least the general direction. Anything that could help me find his hideout.
I think he usually went through the woodcutter's camp, because he always brought me freshly chopped firewood, and he had wood chips on his boots.
Good. So at least I know where to start. Do you know who he sold it to?
He never told me straight up. But who could he sell it to? The innkeeper, I reckon. It makes sense.
For sure. Is it true?
What?
Other whores wouldn't go with him even for money.
The other bathhouse girls are honest, so I don't know. The truth is, I felt a bit sorry for him. Folk don't like him, but it's only 'cause his old man is a grouch and a tanner.
I heard they don't like him because he keeps company with villains.
True enough. But they didn't like him before that either. Or me. They're close-minded yokels. Both of us are the black sheep of the village.
There's nothing more between you?
No, nothing. Maybe Hinnek thinks differently, but that's how it goes.
I think that's everything we can talk about.
What is it?
Yep, I think that's everything. If he goes past the woodcutter's camp, I would imagine that it must be this one he's going to, because the other ones are in the completely opposite direction. that's the miller. Taylor. Butcher. The general store. And whatever's here. Grocer. Right, so that's all the things here to deal with. Right. So we need to head out of the town eastward.
Yeah.
Because it's also dark, so we need to make sure we don't get ambushed. So it'd be a good idea to see the route first. So follow this that we're on. Keep straight. Here we come to another bridge. Over a stream.
Yeah.
Here, okay. Could have sworn I just saw someone's text box pop up. And that makes me think there might be someone who wants to murder us somewhere. Do our best to scurry the horse up the side of the mountain. Just about manage. No, this is not the right one. Don't think it is anyway. Oh wait, no, maybe no, this. Yes, I think this is it actually. I do believe this one might be the one. Question is, did we get here in time to save him?
Jesus Christ. What am I to do?
Yep, we did.
Not that I can expect any useful advice from you. At least, you have no more cares.
Need someone to talk to?
Fuck! Don't kill me. I can explain. I won't tell anyone. I swear. I've no one to tell anyway. Just please don't kill me.
I'm not planning to kill you.
You're not one of Runt's men?
No.
Huh. Then who are you?
I come here in the name of Sir Radzig Kabila and Sir Hanish of Liper. I'm investigating the raid on the Neuhoff stud farm.
Got no idea what you're on about.
Save your breath. If you want any chance to escape the gallows, you better come clean, all right?
Jesus Christ. This will never be over.
So?
Fine then.
That Neuhoff raid of yours didn't turn out quite as planned, did it?
Depends on whose plan you're talking about. We were up to it to grab some loot and bugger off. Only Runt's cutthroats was there to shed blood.
What do you mean, Runt's cutthroats?
There were two gangs there, mine and Runt's. We was only there to steal, but they wanted to slaughter everyone.
But when you realised what they had in mind, you didn't have to go along with it, did you?
But we didn't know nothing, even though we were going to Neuhoff. They told us to keep watch on the courtyard while they were cutting the horses' throats. Jesus, that fucking vexed me. Their horses was the most valuable thing there. When I spoke up, though, Runt gave me such a bollocking I knew I'd better keep my mouth shut. And when they said we was going to kill anything that moved, then we knew there was no going back.
That gang of yours, what can you tell me about them?
Don't know what you want to know. There was 4 of us. Me, Timmy, Limpy Lubosh, and Pius Pavel. Sometimes we'd rob a place or hold up pilgrims. Never nothing fancy.
I'm sure you did mischief enough. Who led you?
Pius. He was the oldest, and he'd mostly find the jobs for us. Plan them and the like. He got us into that fucking mess in Neuhoff, too.
What about the others?
Timmy's strong as an ox, with a brain to match. You got more sense out of a fence post. And Limpy, I've been with him the longest. He's my one and only friend, I suppose.
Who got your 2 gangs together? You must have made contact somehow, right?
Pius. He comes to us and says he's got this prime job. We're gonna rob a farm, he says. That was a big deal, because mostly we just did small stuff. Hold up on the road now and then, nothing fancy. When they told us how much we could make on it, well, we just couldn't refuse.
So Pius knew them?
I suppose, but I don't know where from. We even got paid up front. I should have known from the start it was too good to be true.
Where did the rest of your gang end up?
You saw Limpy, right?
Yes, but he's no use to me now. Tell me where I can find Pius or Timmy.
I don't know nothing about Pius. He vanished in the woods, and I haven't seen him since. Timmy, I reckon, went back to the mill where he works.
Which mill?
The windmill a bit north of Neuhoff.
Did you know any of Runt's people?
Not a one. They didn't talk to us at all. None of their faces was familiar either. The only thing I know is they called that huge chief of theirs Runt, and Pius warned us to watch out for him.
I don't suppose you know where they got to after the raid?
On the way to Neuhoff, Timmy told me he was at their camp with Pius. I reckon that's where they've gone now.
Did Timmy tell you where the camp is?
Somewhere in the woods. He didn't say nothing more. Thing is, Timmy's got quite an imagination. But Pius roared at him to shut it, so I reckon there must be something in it.
Tell me exactly how the raid went down.
Well, we stormed in from the rear. Runt's people started slaughtering the horses. Jesus, that was bleeding horrible. Meanwhile, me and Limpy had a sniff round the stables to see if we could find anything worth pilfering. And in the end, we got lucky.
What did you find?
Smill, Sir Hanish's groom. I don't know why he was up and what he was doing in the stables, but We took advantage of the situation. Limpy grabs him by the throat, and I slapped him round to encourage him to tell us where the money was. Then it all fell apart at the seams, quicker than you'd believe. Runt comes running up and skewers the groom like a pig for roasting. My jaw dropped. I thought the stuff about killing was just tough talk.
And it wasn't?
No, not in the least.
What happened then?
I'm gaping at Smill, stuck through and through, and I noticed this boy standing at the other end of the stables. The stupid sods pointing at us, jaw hanging down to his knees, saying, "I know you." Runt turns to us and hisses, "Take him down." So me and Lubosh start running, because the lad took to his heels. At the same time, we could hear the noise of the skirmish in the courtyard. We caught up with the boy at the next farmhouse. I knock him to the ground, but he bashes me with some piece of iron so hard my head's ringing like a fucking church bell. Limpy grabs it off him and stands over him with his bodkin in his hand, and I start praying. In the end, Limpy just gives him a kick and says, "Beat it, Ginger." And then Runt shows up at the gate and hollers that we gotta go, so we scarp it.
What happened after the raid?
We were waiting for that fool, Timmy. Same place as we met them before, so we'd know where we were, right? Stupid fucking idea. But Pius didn't want to leave him behind. Only when Timmy finally turned up, 2 of Runt's men were dragging him.
There was some difference of opinion?
You could say that, yeah. They started on us right away that we were traitors. They knew we'd let somebody get away, and now we were going to pay for it. They started trying to surround us, and we knew what was coming. But Limpy took his bodkin and let that fucker have it in the belly.
Runt?
One of the others. Timmy broke free from them, and we all took to our heels. Luckily, they were so buggered from the raid, they didn't follow us for long. They just shouted that they'd find us.
Everything?
That's all I need to know. So now what do I do with you?
Well...
Hey, over here!
Oh shit. Runs people. We've got to get out of here.
They're too close. We'll never outrun them.
Fuck.
At least they don't know I'm here. The 2 of us can take them by surprise.
No fucking way. I'm gone.
Lucky. If you run, they'll catch up with you and kill you. And me too. Together, we stand a better chance.
Jesus Christ. All right. I suppose you're right.
So there's 3 of them. Oh, we can't even save. Oh! What am I? Ah! Wonder what I was stuck on. Ow! Where the hell did that come from? Let's get the hunting arrows, take the money, get the lockpicks. Take the axe as well. So we've got bandit here. Take the money and the lockpick. Take anything that's worth 100 or more. Or you do the same with this guy. His leather gloves are worth something. That was the bandit. Oh, you fool, Riki. You fool. At least I don't have to concern myself about what we do with you in terms of sending you to get sorted out with the law. Heavy shield, leather gloves, black hood and jacket are all the ones that are worthwhile. And we'll take the food as well. Right, let's move some of this stuff over to... So let's equip the good one. Move to horse, move to horse. Move all that to the horse. Those on. We don't have anything in there. Oh, so close to being able to use Capon's bow. Hunter's gloves can go in. Leather gloves can go in. A lot of spoilt hair meat that we can just throw away. And let's move all our herbs over to the horse too. Okay, that's got a good bit of space for us now. So the next thing, I think we need to go and find Timmy. Whilst we're here, is there anything of worth here? Likely not, but he might have a chest. And where there's a chest, there's a chance that it's locked. And locked chest means free lockpick experience. But it doesn't look like he actually has anything, so home our way. let's see, where are we heading next? Neuhoff Farm. So from here, north to the road, then west.
Yeah.
Just want to get to that point where we don't have a time limit so that I can do some stuff off stream. Some combat experience, get some levels in here and there for things that are useful.
Yeah.
Here we go. Is this the windmill? This could be it. Yep, there's the windmill.
My
You're
respects
just a
to you.
regular villager.
Do you know Tim? A complete numbskull? Aye, he works here. Or he used to, I'm not sure. He vanished a few days ago. Far as I know, no one's seen him since, but try asking his sister, Mirka. She works here too. May the Lord watch over you.
Indeed. Moo. You're going to sleep here. Didn't do anything. He didn't notice a thing. Apart from the fact that I stole his pretzel. Brick wash. Those were filthy before. So this is not a private area. That is a private area. Yep, I know we have keys, but I want the lockpick experience. Yeah, there must have been something good in here. Yeah, it says we're trespassing in there. Hoping there'd be something good, but no. That's Mirka. Oh, we're not trespassing in here either. Oh no, that is still technically stealing, even if we, you know... Even if we did open it with the key. I just stole a whole axe off the dude. None the wiser. Ooh. First aid 3. I'll take that because that's not only good for us, but it's also going to help with dialogues. Find more money when looting would be nice. I'll take that one. Faster cursor movement will be nice. And do that for now. Also got... Let's take the one that gives us a bit... Yeah, we're a bit quieter in the rain. Because that'll be useful in more situations, to be honest. Now let's just talk to her.
I'm looking for a colossus by the name of Timmy. I heard he works here.
I don't know anyone like that.
Luckily, we have extremely high speech skill, so let's just talk to her about that.
My God. So it's true then. That idiot's got himself mixed up in something dangerous again. All right, but not here. We'll talk round the back, behind the mill.
Yeah, don't mind me that the fact that, you know, a bunch of your stuff has disappeared. Let's eat that. Let's also eat a marigold potion. Because we might have to do combat. Check that isn't actually. Yeah, that's fine. It is slowly going up. Let's have a quick check there to make sure we don't need to bandage. Yeah, don't need to bandage anywhere. We're fine with that. I'll wait for a little bit so we've got some daylight. Let's wait for a bit longer for it to actually wake up and come outside. I guess we just have to wait for it to actually wake up now. Okay, she's awake. Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry.
God.
Right, go on. Behind the windmill, we need to talk.
So, how about we talk?
But I was waiting for you behind the mill and you...
I did turn up, I was there! Oh no, she's stuck. What was behind the windmill? There you are. You actually turned up now.
Here I am. So, why all the secrecy?
What do you want from Timmy?
Can you tell me where to find him?
Promise me nothing will happen to him.
Why do you care so much?
He's my brother. He's not very smart, you see, and he's always getting led astray by his no-good friends. And now there's some right peculiar characters looking for him.
Who are they?
I don't know, but they looked like cutthroats, and they said some strange things, but I didn't tell them anything.
That's good. But sooner or later they'll find him anyway. Tell me where he is, and I'll take care of him.
He's hiding at the Colburn farm, over by Merhoyed.
I've got the feeling you're looking for someone here. I'm looking for someone too. Maybe we could help each other.
And who are you looking for?
A great big ox by the name of Timmy.
That's interesting. I'm also looking for a big ox called Timmy.
Well, what are the chances? Could it be the same fellow, I wonder? Now, if someone were to tell me where to find Timmy, I might offer that man a job. We could use a smart fellow like that at the camp.
I hear he's hiding in Ratai.
Oh, yeah? Where in Ratai?
He's at the butcher's. They're his kin.
Well, excuse me if I take that with a grain of salt. I'll just leave Radan here to keep an eye on you. For your own protection, you know. Come with us if you got the stomach for it. If not, come and find us in the Samapesh Tavern when it's all over. Or we'll find you. Come on, boys!
La 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 la. How did that miss from that range? Anything worth money? Another pair of hunter gloves, but that's about it, really. Not bleeding. Got a potion. And we can take the torch off because it's daytime now. Yeah, I missed from like point blank range, and I don't know how. I was aiming right at his face. Luckily, you survived, Ginger. Yeah, we managed to find you in the last stream of this. We found you and told you to go and turn yourself in for the horrible raid that you did on the horse farm, where a bunch of people got killed by accident, not because of your fault, but because of other people. No, you can pretty much take most of the stuff, at least that I found in Allenberg. I mean, that's usually one of the first things I do is turn up at Talbot, go to the place where all the stuff is, and just loot it all. Take the weapons, take the armor. Although, to be honest, I think that's on purpose. Because one of the ways to get out near the start Oh, is that the stuff in the sort of the lower level of the armory? I think most of it's behind hard and very hard locks, which at the start of the game you obviously don't have the skill for. I don't actually know if I have the skill to do it now either, to be honest. No, probably not. Only on level 4 lockpicking. I've not been finding a lot of doors to pick. Right, so what do we do now? We have to go find Timmy. And you were at the thingy farm. What farm was that? Luckily, that's really close by. This is a big ditch. Oh, I know there's one like that in Rattay. In Rattay, I don't know how you... both the armourer and the weapon shop. I tend to just loot there. I just go into the back and just steal it directly from the chest. Especially from the swordsmith, because, oh boy, some good lockpick experience if you can get to the point where you can do those. And plus, there's still the lovely little glitch in the game, where if you talk to a fence, they will take stuff from you, but then it takes time to replenish their money. So you can only sell a certain amount to them. But if you break into where their stash is kept, pick the chest open, and just put the items into the chest that you want to sell, and then leave for a day, when you come back, every item will have sold, no matter how much the value was. So what I tend to do is I go to Rattay, I sneak into the weapons shop, I loot everything there, I magically teleport it to my horse, because that way when you get searched, if they ever suspect you, they won't find anything. I then go down to the miller, dump it all into his chest, wait for a day, and lo and behold, about 50,000 coins. I just need to get up to the point where I can actually lockpick the big chests open first. And then we are in the money.
Yeah. Ah! Are you blind, for Christ's sake? There's people walking here.
Hey.
Luckily, you're the one I want to talk
Timmy.
to.
How are you today?
I'm all right. Have we met?
We have now.
Huh?
Well, that's it. This game's combat
What do you want?
is a pain. It's challenging.
I mean, shit.
You can be good at a weapon, but you can still die very easily.
I saw what you did at Neuhof.
What are you talking about? You weren't there. I mean, I wasn't there.
Don't waste your breath. You were there with Limpy Lubosh and Riki. I heard all about it.
What do you want from me?
Your mate Hinnock told me about a whole camp full of those horse huns. And I want to find it. I need to find it.
Yeah, but why should I trust you, though? I'm not stupid.
Yes, you are.
might be one of them. Pretending to not be one of them. Trying to catch me out. I won't tell you nothing.
Oh look, my speech skill is 10 higher than yours, Timmy.
Why would I be trying to catch you out? For Christ's sake, man, they crucified Limpy Lubosh in Ujits. What the hell are you trying to pull here?
Shit. What will I do? Shit. I don't know where their camp is.
That's a load of horse shit. Hinnock told me you were there, and that Pius warned you to keep your mouth shut. You must know something.
Well, once I was there with them, yeah. Only, I was pretty drunk, so I'm not too sure.
Try to remember.
It was in the woods. In some kind of woods. You know, with trees and stuff. There were some wrecked houses there and all.
Like having a conversation with sheep sometimes.
A church.
It's in a
There was
place.
church there.
A placey place.
Kind of a
The
broken
kind of place that's very placey.
Oh, great. Thanks a lot. Now it's all clear to me. Do you remember which way you went?
I hope Sheep is not lurking and he's going to just suddenly appear and attack me.
from Talmberg. When you go uphill from the castle, there's a path there round some barns, I think. It leads to the woodcutters' camp. If you go further on past the woodcutters, you come across this abandoned house. Can't miss it. Looks like a house, only abandoned. Go to the left
I love this guy.
and carry on till you come to this clearing with a big beech tree. Or was it an oak? You go left there again. There's this narrow path, and you go straight along there. Sometimes it splits up. You just keep to the left until you come to a crossroads by this big flat rock. You keep straight on there. After a while, you'll see a bridge. And it's right there. Easy as you please.
Better than nothing, I suppose.
But you won't tell nobody about Neuhof, right? You promised. Oh no, bugger. I meant to make you promise, but I forgot.
You took part in that massacre, Timmy. People got killed and the farm was burned down. You can't expect to get away with it just like that. Come with me to Ratai. They'll know what to do with you there.
No. I won't go anywhere with you. They'd hang me.
What do you expect? That you can join a gang of robbers to go thieving, murdering and burning and nothing will happen to you? Come with me, and at least you'll die like an honest Christian.
Wasn't going to go that far, Henry.
You might as well kill me here and now.
Well, the Lord sees you, so who am I to judge you?
I'm not going to kill the innocent man. Well, I say innocent. The other day when I was playing, and we managed to find Ginger in the hut in the woods, and we spoke to him, and as soon as we finished talking and he started walking away, I just did this and took the bow out, and it made Rev have a panic attack because Rev thought it was actually part of the game and that we were just going to shoot Ginger in the back, and it was me tempted. I'm like, yes, you're in this game. Ginger is in this game. He's the one who recognised one of this gang from the raid and tells us where to find them. But we have to track Ginger down. And we did find Ginger. We spent, to be fair, me and Rev spent the entire of that stream joking that we were looking for you. It was the one where I was saying you went into hiding after you realised that you weren't a charcoal burner, but you were friends with the charcoal burner. The charcoal burner is where we got the information about where to find you. But yeah, we managed to find you, and like I say, as soon as I'd actually finished talking to you, I just kind of took the bow out, thinking to myself, I wonder if I could just shoot Ginger and what would happen. But it kind of, Rev had a slight panic, because Rev thought it was just part of the game and it was just going to happen on its own. I'm going to, Oh. Well, that could be deemed as racist, apparently. Even though there's someone called Ginger in the chat. Thank you, Watermod. No, it was the permitted term "shoot Ginger." That was what caused it to have a bit of a fit. It marked it as possible racism.
Yeah.
Because now I've had to add the permitted term "shoot Ginger" to the Wartake mod. You know, I think one Ginger's enough. I don't think we need more than one Ginger in the chat. They'd have conversations between each other about the best kind of shooty gun thing. Physics. Right, where are you, Radzig? I could poison the pot and you would definitely know it's me.
Greetings. What do you need?
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
The trail leads to Ujet's. I found out one of the bandits is from there.
Okay, we've already spoken about this.
I went to Ujet's where they told me I could find Lubosh, only someone had murdered him. It seems they're trying to cover their tracks and get rid of witnesses.
Indeed. The whole affair is becoming ever more suspicious. Have you any further clues?
Indeed I do.
About another one of them, a crony of Limpy Lubosh's. They call him Riki, and he comes from Ledechko.
You're doing a good job, but you need to be careful. Have you found this
Zazzy! I thought you'd gone to bed, Zazzy.
I'm afraid my news isn't good, sir.
I might have expected as much. Tell me the worst.
This Riki fellow was hiding out in the woods, and his former accomplices really did want to kill him, because he, Limpy Lubosh and others deserted them in Neuhof. It seems they wanted no part in the killing. Anyway, Riki told me they were hired by a bandit they call Runt. He's the one who stole your sword.
Yes, he's in the
Those
bathroom.
murdering whoresons weren't after loot. They just wanted to do damage. And the worst thing is, they have an encampment in the area, and they're getting ready to make more trouble.
Sakra. Anything else?
I'm glad you popped in to say hi.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new.
Sir, I've been to Ujet's, and the parish priest there is very odd indeed. He's very handy with a sword. Do you know anything about him, sir?
Godwin? Aye, an intriguing fellow. He's the youngest son of one of the lords of Kuttenberg. He was sent to the university to become a priest, as is customary with the youngest son. But he didn't much care for it. So when he finished studying, instead of taking up his parish, he went roaming. I imagine he had a pretty adventurous life. And then one day he came back and settled down. Hanush would know more about him.
About that encampment, sir.
What is it, lad?
I found out about the camp from another of the bandits who deserted. He's called Timmy. Big fellow, but more brawn than brain. The camp is an abandoned village in the woods to the west of Talmberg.
Good work, lad. Have you been to check it out? Do you know how many of them there are?
I don't know much apart from where it is.
We need to find out more. Could you go back there and try to discover anything that could help us in the assault? The more we know, the better. And if you could carry out some sabotage while you're in there...
Yes, that's okay. What request is this?
Any unnecessary risks. I don't want to lose you.
Is it going to be... Can I send you a JPEG of the model? And I suppose I can. And I'll be a professional streamer and I'll do it whilst I'm on stream. Because if I don't, I will sleep when I close down the stream and I will forget to do it. Look, the image has boots. Please don't be into feet. And please don't be doing that with the model. There you go. There's a pung in Discord.
Certainly, sir. That is... I'll do what I can.
That's what I like to hear. You'll be our eyes and ears, lad. Our success will depend on what you find out. Go, and get back here as soon as you can. Meanwhile, I'll muster my men.
I'll find out what I can and be right back.
Good luck to you.
Are you talking about this dude? I mean, those are some very shiny legs. I mean, that does look like a pretty decent...
Why are you creeping around like a footpad?
Because I'm looking at your drip, man. Shut up. Come on.
Look out.
I best not push him any further. He'll probably start hating me and start disrespecting me. Yeah, I don't know who uses JPEGs in this day of age. I've got pungs. I should have just sent Jazzy the scrunkly. Now, to be fair, he is just sort of sitting in his camp. He might not have his full armor kit on at the moment, but I think it's just because it just looks nicer than plate. I think when he goes into full-on battle later, I think he does actually wear proper armor. It's just that is good enough for moving around. I could have sworn he put on something a bit more. Never mind. It's been a while since I played through. I besmirched the plate armor because it's just a giant lump of metal. There's no drip to it. It's just like wearing a plate, but made of metal. I don't know, yeah, I think you can get decent plate at some point, but I've got a feeling that isn't there some decent plate hidden around in the ancient maps or something from one of the DLCs? Yeah, but that's, I believe, where we're heading to. Jazzy, you know how you keep shouting at us when we make a mention of piss? And then you keep on mentioning it yourself and wonder why we keep taking the piss out of you for talking about piss? Oh, I know they went fancy, Ginger, but it's still just a piece of plate metal. It doesn't matter if you add filigree to it, it's still just plate. It's still just a lump of metal. There are better, more useful options. You know, just get yourself a bodkin and jerkins and all that sort of stuff. Get yourself a nice beef jerky to wrap around you. That'll stop most arrows and. Jazzy, why do you have an animated foot emote? I'm actually going to pause the game here because we need to call Jazzy out for this one. Why do you have an animated foot emote? Oh, it was a gift sub. Okay, I X'd out on that one, I think. Although to be fair, you do know a few people that would gift you a sub to something that would get you that just for a giggle. Zazzy should become a cat boy. You know what would be helpful is if I actually pressed enter when I'm sending the ping to Jazzy. Okay, I trust you, Jazzy. I trust you. I still think that, yeah. I mean, it might stop that as a blow, Ginger. But let's face it, the people that we're fighting in this game, they're not going to have a lucerne, are they? The most they're going to have is a sword. And most likely, it will be a blunt sword for like 90% of the people in this game. I think this one is not timed. So I think it is actually safe for us to actually do some other things. It was timed to find all the people to get the information. Why am I gold? Oh no. I had something blocking the way and I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to evade. Because this is gonna be an ambush. Yep.
I'll fucking show you. You'll get what for.
Is that the best you can do?
I love that me firing this arrow incorrectly just made them start pissing themselves. Right, first of all... Well, that one just disappeared when I turned around. So it looks like I get to hunt. So that I can train my archery skill. Ooh, you sneaky man. How dare you move? Oh, there's a reason I need the archery skill to be improved, because I... It wasn't just the Egyptians that did that. There's quite a few of them that had... They just sort of held like 3 or 4 arrows in one hand. Now I definitely have to get you because you have 2 of my arrows embedded in you.
Dear God.
Experience. Yay, you've got the grommet mug too now. Yay. You... Oh, pork crackling. I'm taking your pork crackling and your beer. Drink the beer. Throw away shitty bread. Eat the crackling. I'm stuffed, you say? Oh, you are great. You are very silly, Jazzy, but that's why we love you. Yeah, my grommet mug is sitting in my cupboard unused and I've owned it for like 2 years. I bought it simply for the meme. And I don't dare besmirch it with any drink. It is a collector's item. Plus, the way it's designed, it looks like it'd be a pain to wash out if you use anything other than water in there. You have not been silly at all, Zazzy. Not today. You have mentioned the grommet mug, which is a perfectly reasonable thing to be excited about. And you've mentioned you bought some new games. Also, you mentioned you turned me into piss, which is very much just on brand for Jazzy. So, not silly at all. I don't care if I ran over 6 chickens. They're not my chickens. Enjoy the good EP. Deep well, Zaz. See, I think we're going to want the belladonna out. We're going to want the herpuri out. We're going to want possibly the fly agaric. And I think the wormwood. Let me double check my list of potions because I wish for the Bane potion. Bargaric, wormwood, and belladonna. Yes, I remembered. Woohoo! Start alchemy. Fly Algaric in, Belladonna in, and the Wormwood in. And I believe we start with Spirit. Nope, nope, we don't. We start with Wine. I remember because it's meant to be red. Mmm. Wine. Right, so boil the wormwood. Okay, I've got to he's back on. So boil the wormwood. And we just need 1 handful of that. Sleep well, Zazie. We need to grind the belladonna, of which we needed 2 handfuls. Grindy grind. You go in. We do not boil. We add our mushroom. Then we distill it. There is a mod that makes you get enough potions back to warrant the entire cauldron's use. Right, that's the hair of the dog potion. That's the cockerel. That's Saviour Schnapps, Marigold, Lethean water. There we go. The Eben Between. Because we can't read. But luckily, all it does is shift the words around. Oh no, I don't have auto brew yet. I thought I did. Oh no. Right, so it was... This is perfectly fine, because this isn't alchemy. This is poison making. Because we are about to go to a place where we have to investigate the area. I think you can actually find some poisons around the area. Sort of when we get there, but that involves doing a bit extra sneaking. Yeah, when we get to the place we're heading to, we have to burn their arrow supply and also poison their food so that they have less soldiers to fight us because they've all got the shits. Yeah, there is a boss dude that's hanging around in that area. You do end up being able to kill him, taking our sword back. I have brewed Bane potion. I really wish that gave more experience than it did. Yeah, I got routine 1. Hey! Auto. It says we can auto brew, but it's not letting us auto brew. Oh, we don't know the whole recipe, that's why. I wonder if that's simply because we can't read the recipe, even though we technically can read the recipe because we know what goes in it. Yeah, I think that's Runt. But we do end up beating because you go into that village, you do a bunch of stuff. Oh, look at all this. It's like you just know I was coming because look, Wormwood, Belladonna, Wormwood. Moonshine. Yeah, I would like to steal. Oh, look, you've even got a Fly Algaric on display. And all of these potions. Would you mind going to sleep? Right, now the question is, has all the stuff that was in here been locked again? Do I have the skill for hard locks yet? I technically do. I don't want anything out of it, I just want the experience. Okay, can't do very hard yet. Oh, and I've already, I just have the key to that one. That just lets me rough it. I did nothing. No one saw me. No one did anything. Oh, everything's all very hard in here. Yeah, too difficult. If only I had Luck of the Drunk. Technically, I didn't. I just broke the lock. I didn't actually look in it. I'm not stealing in any way. I'm just going around and unlocking everything just for the fun. No one can complain. I haven't stolen a thing. Yet. You wait until I get some more levels and your stash becomes open to me. And I take everything you own and sell it. I broke into them. I didn't steal. But I lockpicked the locks open. But I haven't gone in. I haven't opened it. I mean, if someone caught me opening it with a lockpick, they would have shouted at me. But luckily they didn't. Because all the stuff in those chests that I just opened is probably worth it. I mean, no, probably worthless. I mean, let's actually have a look at what we've just opened, shall we? We should close the door so no one sees us. Because we're currently not trespassing. What was in here? Oh, look. Some clothes. A wimple. We could have Henry wear a wimple. Worth it. In every possible way. Oh, we can't wear it. That's just not fair. Why are you giving us stats if Henry is not allowed to wear the wimple? And for those who have not heard the word before, the wimple is the weird white headdress that nuns wear. And I thought it would be hilarious to have Henry run around as a nun. Okay. Well, you want me to make more chicken noises? At chickens. Oh, chicken chaser. Does he chase chickens? No, I'm not going to go back and occur at the chickens just for Ginger. If I come across any more chickens whilst I'm running around, I will occur at them for you. But I'm not going to purposefully hunt them down. If I just make Henry seem like the village idiot, no one will question anything. And then one day... No, William wouldn't have even done it the first time. Or he would have done it, and when you said, oh yes, do more of that, he will say no. And he will never do it again. Look, chickens! Don't mind me, I'm just slightly mad. Oh god, my neighbours might think I'm a bit weird occurring at 20 to 1 in the morning. Maybe I shouldn't occur anymore at this time of the day.
Has something happened?
Actually, yes.
Good evening.
You are not telling me anything useful.
Good evening.
Nope, you are also not the one I need to talk to. Where is it you? No, it's you. The proprietor.
Mother of God, you look like you've been assaulted.
Well, thank you.
I'd like to make use of the bathhouse's services.
And what is it you'd like?
I want you to wash my clothes. Ayo. No, we're not choosing that option.
Fixed up a bit. Have a bath and get my clothes washed.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
No, we didn't choose the option for satisfaction. Although I like that was completely free because of a perk we took. The silver-tongued devil that is Henry. You see, that's what we have the potion. That's what the Bane potion's for. We just pour that down the pants afterwards. Run, Henry, run! Let's go for the classic 10-hour snooze. Oh, if I had the capture card, I would replay Bloodborne on stream. But that would involve getting a capture card, which is like another £200. And I've already spent like 150 getting a camera and tripod and lighting set up for possible future videos and for non-gaming related streams like cooking and or sewing. And or random other crap like I have clay. We could sculpt penises on Twitch. Or something better and learn how to actually sculpt because I'm terrible at it. Actually, speaking of Bloodborne, one of the things that I have actually made the base of it. One of the sculptures from the what's the name? It's from the DLC Healing Church Ward bit where the mad patient, like the asylum bit where the big puffy-headed people are. I kind of made the base for one of those about 3 years ago, and it's been sitting there begging for me to put clay on it for all of that time. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. If anything, I don't have like a really good table to do the big items. All of the big things that I've made, I either had to be kneeling on the floor, which really hurts at the moment to do that, or I used the table that was at the sewing group I used to go to before COVID hit. Because I might not be a biologist, but I have got many skills. Hello, Sir Hanush. Right, that is just going to be an email saying that I got someone subscribed to me, wasn't it? Not subscribe, follow. Yep, it was. That was just Twitch telling me like 2 hours late, oh, someone followed you, you know. I'm like, yes, I know. I was here. I saw them. I said thank you. It's magical. I have eyes. It also scares me that I'm 17 followers away from having to do a 100 follower special. And I've only been doing this shit for 4 months.
A tournament!
Yes, a tournament!
The Lord
You!
prays. What brings you to me?
I want to enroll in the tournament, please.
All right.
I wouldn't say I've earned it yet. I'm just playing games and acting like a fool. Which is what I was doing normally without the camera.
Of course. Here you are.
When did I get 900 groschen?
Henry, you said. And I need to know what weapon you choose.
All of them at the same time. I have 12 arms. Let's go with the longsword this time.
Reckon it's what I'm best at?
I'm not best at it, Henry. Shut up.
Ready. You're next in line. Good luck to you.
It's time to get beaten up, but in the process, get some levels.
The first combatant will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzig Kubla, who will measure his skills against Pavel called Roebuck from the garrison of Sir Sebastian von Berg. Let us wish the combatants luck.
Right, am I actually awake enough to see to have the reactions? Oh, shut up with your... Wherever you are. Over there. And luckily, I've got a bit more stamina since the last time we did there.
Had enough?
Take that.
What if I fix?
Knife favor, the perfect block.
What's the matter? Lost your ball?
question is, can I quickly get into the inventory screen? Get those 2 perk points added in.
The second bout will surely
No,
be
I
known
don't
as
think we
exciting.
can.
This one may decide the winner. Our confidants will demonstrate their skills with short sword and shield.
Oh, damn. Now, unfortunately, shield is slightly slower when trying to do stuff.
Hereby declare the victor in this round and shall proceed to the next round.
But it's fine. I knew I wasn't going to win. What I did want was the extra experience for combat. Because the tournament's weekly. I know there is meant to be some like trick you can do where if you pull your sword back and then untarget them, you can just always hit them. But that's just too cheaty. We do have is a perk point, but not the level to actually use it for anything. So we'd be able to choose from Firm Grip or Weapon Cruncher on the next level up. So blocking is more stamina. Beat them in a clinch will damage their weapon. And damaged weapons cause less damage to us. And sword, we get to use the really pointless things that I never ever get to use because I can never remember them, to be honest. The combos. So stab, left upper slash, down right upper slash. We basically just start the strike and then bash them in the face with the other end of the sword, I think, for that one. But that's fine. And you, I remember you because you're what they call a sore loser. Because if we get to the end round, we fight you. And the first time we win and beat you, you get a little bit pissy and try to ambush us on the road when we leave. Hey, Yell, welcome in. Notices the bat. I'm a bat. Bakar! That was for Ginger. Bakar! Bakar! Oh, I don't think that one. I don't think that's got much life left in it to Bakar. Huntsman.
Good health to you, sir.
First of all, train me more in bow.
Certainly. I'd like to practice. All right.
But it'll cost you.
Now, pay close attention.
I'm somehow almost from the West Country. Look, I'm not going to question this hunter. If he wants to try and skin and tan a chicken, I'm not going to tell him his trade.
I'd like you to show me.
I'm going to let him do what he wants. I know it's likely a rabbit, but it was funny.
I'd like to practice.
At least I thought it was.
All right, but it'll cost
And that's
you.
all that matters.
Now, pay close attention.
Right, what levels are they at now? Bo is still at 3. That is a shame. Hunting is also at 3, but is close to 4. Either way, we can't do the next level yet. You have work because of the nightingales, I think it was.
What? I said, how's your hearing?
I love that he uses the same joke that I would use. It's like, how's your hearing?
Because
What?
there is this one little job going, but I need someone who knows the area well and has good ears.
I ought to be able to handle that.
Fine. So here's the problem. My friend is a birder, and he left a few rare nightingales with me for safekeeping. They're good to trade.
But I was an idiot and I let them out.
In their chambers. It keeps their wives from fretting when they're off drinking and wenching.
I see.
The trouble is the nightingales are gone. I don't know how, but the birds have flown.
Called wings.
Hang on, surely you're not asking me to go flapping around looking for birds?
Not exactly. Luckily, their wings are clipped, so they won't be far, and the watchman in the tower told me they headed off toward Vranik. I have traps prepared. It should be easy enough to catch them in those.
Fine, but how will I know where to put the traps?
I hear they like pine woods, and there's a pine-covered hill just before Vranik.
Right, a bloody great wood.
That's just why you need to listen out. Nightingales have a distinctive song. When you hear it close by, you set a trap on the spot. They kept twittering away the whole time they were here, so I can remember the tunes. I'll sing them to you.
I can't wait.
It went something like this.
What? People keep birds like that in their houses? It's like the sound a cat makes when you pull it by the tail.
You know how it is. The gentry's got all manner of odd tastes. The question is, can you remember it?
Yes.
Baka baka baka.
Right,
Or something
here are the
similar.
traps. Don't forget, once you hear a nightingale, set a trap nearby. You ought to be caught in it after a while.
I'll do that.
I mean, I'll do it, but the chances are I probably won't do that on stream because that is a pain. I didn't realise I was saving the game. Can we get a decent bow at all at any point? No, we can't. There's a map leading to treasure, however, but I'm not willing to spend 100 on it. Yeah, we need more strength and agility for nearly every single one of these bows. But the dogwood one is slightly better than what we've got, but really not worth spending 90 coins on. Like, if I could steal it from you, I would, but I probably could, because it's probably kept in a box in here somewhere. But it's daytime. Yes. This is how we shall end the day and end the stream.
What better way to use it than a game of dice?
We'll play a game of Farkle.
So, bring it on.
Yeah, this game does tend to have the whole thing of making us go for a lot longer. I'm gonna score and pack. Yeah, just due to the nature of how long this game is, it always seems that I spend like 3 hours on these rather than the normal 2. Go bust, go bust, go bust.
God's
Yes! Haha! No points for you. Take that one for the 100. We will score and roll again. Oh, not great, but there is a 5. We can score and roll again.
Ah, come on. Time I had a throw.
Oh, yes. I am going to score and pass that because that is a beautiful score.
Your turn.
I'm going to risk the second roll. Ah.
Now you.
I shouldn't have risked the second roll. No, it's not worth using up those 3, so score and roll again.
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything.
Score and pass. Now that's just mean. Yeah, we're looking for either having a single 1 or a single 5, or 3 of a kind of anything else, or more. So we're going to want to hold the 1. But if we ever get to one where we don't have at least 3 of a kind, or a single 1 or 5, that's when you go bust. So at the moment we can only do the 1, everything else is useless. So we can score and we roll again. Obviously, the fewer dice you have, the worse chance you have when you do a reroll. But this... that is not... that is... oh... just take 1 and we'll risk the roll again.
You'll lose everything.
No, we won't, because we got that. It's better than nothing.
We'll see. That's it.
Come on, go bust. Come on, go bust.
This'll be the one. Should I? Shouldn't I? No, it didn't.
One more good hand, then we'll be fine. Assuming he doesn't get extremely lucky.
We'll see.
Go on, go bust. Oh, that is just... how the hell did you get 6 1s across that entire thing? I hate you. How did you get that lucky on the last one? I mean, I should have guessed by the name you're running with, Mr. Bandit. I wonder, can I? I was going to put down a safety save here. Some of them have actually got a loaded dice on them. Okay, no one around still, that's good. Steal your lunch off you. This is not one of the ones that have loaded dice on them. Damn. But there are a bunch of loaded dice around that have more chance of like hitting the 1 or hitting a 5. There are also some really bad ones that make you just hit things that are pointless, like a 2. But if you can get lucky and manage to find like a whole 6 dice that favour the 1 more than anything, you can cheat quite well. Get some beautiful cheating in if you do that. Yeah, I think we'll call it there for the day. We've had a little game of Farkle. We've done most of the quests for the raid now. We've done all the investigation part. Next time round we will be going and visiting wherever the I cannot pronounce the names of these places, and I hate the fact that I can't. Yeah, so we've got to go to Talmberg and do all that hunting around up here. We've got some poisons, so we can go and poison their food, burn their arrows. Be a sneaky little peon. But Lord Radzig, gonna eat these stolen mushrooms. No, that's dropping them. I wanted to eat them. No, I'm not going to pick them up, actually, because that still labels them as steal. So I'm not going to steal in the middle of the street. That would be silly. Yeah, what I might do between now and Thursday, when the next run of this will be, is do some of the sort of combat training things. So do a bunch of the archery contests, level bows up, level agility up a bit. Do some of the fighting with the... I'm assuming he's back... Now that we've finished the quests at Neuhoff Farm, I'm assuming he's actually back here now. And we could do combat training again. Yeah, I'm assuming that he's going to be up there. I think I see his silhouette anyway. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I might do some rounds of the archery contest, some combat rounds in here with whatever his name was, I've already forgotten, Bernard. Do some sort of combat with Bernard, get the skills up a little bit. But do that sort of off screen because, I mean, just sitting here and watching me do like 20 archery contests in a row would not be that entertaining. It would be for me, because I would keep winning, but it wouldn't be good stream content. So I'll drop another... Oh, wait, we've actually got to the point where we've run out of save slots. That's a thing that this game has for some reason. We no longer have any save your snaps, so I'm going to have to make some of those before the next time around as well. So yeah, tomorrow we're going back to Empires of the Undergrowth, which, thanks to a bunch of grinding I did yesterday and today, we have got a fully kitted out Formicarium with all the food we need. And the only thing we have left to do is the challenge, not the final Formicarium challenge. So we can do that tomorrow and then maybe finish it up with a couple of like the insane challenges and just give them a try. But once that final Formicarium challenge is done, that's pretty much Empires of the Undergrowth done until they bring out more stuff. Unless you want to do some of like the weird scenarios that aren't part of the main game. So yeah, that would leave us with Sunday free that we'd need to think of something else to play. But then next Thursday, Dredge finally comes out, and that will be taking the place of Empires of the Undergrowth slot. So yeah, until then, we'll have to see what happens. Let's see, no one really online to raid that I know. Well, it's not that I'm willing to raid, because I, as much as I could, I don't think I'm going to raid Sea-Dog VA with his 24,000 viewers. He probably wouldn't even let me, but I don't think I'm going to risk it. Because that would definitely be a bit of clout chasing. So I'll just end it up there. Unless anyone else has ideas of who can be raided that I don't know about. Failing that, I will just end stream here. And as always, I'll say thank you for watching. It's been fun. We've picked some flowers, we've stabbed some dudes, we've whacked some men around the head. We've solved a murder. Well, technically a bandit raid, but close enough. And next time we'll get to go and, poison a bunch of people. So that'll be fun. And like I say, Empires of the Undergrowth tomorrow. It's 1 in the morning, my brain is dead. I'm going to disappear before I start ranting. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.